Hot 106, Mike D, Nick in the building. Rough and Rowdy going down right here at the AMP tomorrow night in Providence. Nick, Barstool Sports in the building. It's already feeling electric in here.
Vibes are crazy. We saw the ring already. The fighters here. We got the fighters that are already waiting in the building. Mike, electric here in Providence right now. Going to be even more electric tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, don't forget, tickets are still available. You're going to want to be here. Trust me. The fights are electric. There's right now 23 fights on the card. You don't want to miss it, including Adam PacMan Jones, who's over there somewhere. I saw him walk in. He's getting weighed in at the moment, but make sure, or if you can't make it here, buy rnr.com. We're going to catch up with some fighters and some Barstool personalities. We'll catch up with you guys in a few. I love that. Large Barstool Sports right here. He just said it. Hot 106 is one of his favorite stations.
Whenever I'm in New England or anywhere around Providence, I only tune into Hot 106.
I mean, that's it. The interview's over.
Facts.
We don't have to do anything else. Large, so big event here. We know Providence always brings a noise. A lot of history with Barstool Sports here. How does it feel back to be here in the AMP? I mean, this is a big one.
I got to be honest. The only Rough and Rowdies I've done are in West Virginia. It's 90% people just looking for blood and maybe 10% stoolies. This place will be 95% stoolies shouting their asses off with a bunch of fighters who are totally unproven. So I'm telling you, anything can happen tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a pretty wild one. And the headliners are true headliners, so it's got a little bit of everything for the Hot 106 listeners.
Whoa, look at this guy.
Tune in.
He's a pro.
BuyRNR.com.
BuyRNR.com. Tickets still available at the AMP. Large, one sentence. Tell the people why they got to be here tomorrow night.
Unpredictability. If you want unpredictability, if you want the same old then go turn in somewhere else. If you want something that's going to make you say, oh, my God, I don't think that's legal, tune into Rough and Rowdy.
Large, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you, my man. I don't know if you can see lights out Bobby Laing getting weighed in right now. Last time Rough and Rowdy was in Providence, me and his dad got into an argument in line getting in. It's a true story. We're great friends now, though. We're all good. So lights out. Don't come at me. Me and your pops, we're cool. We're boys. All right, Mike D, Hot 106 here with lights out. Bobby Laing, undefeated, Rough and Rowdy, undisputed champ. Back in Providence where it all began, right?
That's right. The first fight was here 3 years ago.
And your opponent then has since disappeared from planet Earth. Don't even know if he's still around anymore. But your opponent tomorrow night here at the AMP, a little bit different. People know him. PacMan Jones, how's it feel?
Yeah, obviously he's a NFL superstar. Everyone knows who he is. But I fought him a year ago. I already got the W. Coming out tomorrow, I'm going to do the same thing.
So how is it training for Rough and Rowdy? I feel like it's just like a whole different beast. It's a whole different animal. And being undefeated, like people now, like, you know, when you have the crown, people want to come for it. You're starting to get that like pressure a little bit.
Yeah, I got, my DMs are blowing up every day. People calling me out, talking, saying they want to fight me. But like, I'm only fighting people on his level at this point. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, man, you're the main event. You got to do it. Also, heading into tomorrow night, I know you're a local guy. Are you expecting a big crowd here supporting you in Providence?
Yeah, Braintree, Massachusetts. I'm going to have hundreds of people here tomorrow night.
Lights out, Bobby Laing. Give us the expectation for tomorrow night against PacMan Jones.
Thanks for having me or whatever. I'll see you. Oh, you say, what, expectation?
What's your expectation for tomorrow night's fight?
Right now, so I can't think.
Weigh-in was just – how'd the weigh-in go?
I may wait.
That's all that matters.
I gotta drink some Gatorade and now, get my weight back up. But for tomorrow night, but no, a win. That's it. Expectations a win, just like last time.
All right, we're back here at the AMP Providence. Rough and Rowdy going down tomorrow night. We have a seasoned vet here with the greatest stash in the game. Ninja, correct? Is that what we go by?
Sir.
Ninja is here in Providence. Is this your first time in Providence?
No, I was at the last Providence one, and I fought up in Boston when Bobby Laing had his own promotion up called Kings of Combat.
All right,
so I've been a couple times.
So you're a seasoned vet of not only Rough and Rowdy, but the New England area as well.
Yeah, it's getting to be known well.
So that's good. So during the weigh-in, you mentioned how you had to cut some serious weight, or you put on weight.
Oh no, I had put on weight.
You put on weight.
Yeah, this is the most I've ever weighed since college. And my opponent, this is pretty much the lightest he's weighed in like 5 years. So I normally fight between like 145, 155. Now we're up to 165. He normally fights at like 175, and he's coming down to 165. So we're meeting in the middle and going to throw some hands.
Throw some hands. You guys are obviously both in incredible shape, regardless of what weight you're at. But now, putting on the weight, what is the difference in that, like in regards to fighting? Because obviously, more weight means your conditioning has to be in shape. How does your training process different putting on weight as opposed to when you're less weight?
So if we're putting on this, is just eating a little bit more and keeping the workouts to where I just do. So I mean, like I'll do 200 push-ups a day, 150 pull-ups, and 100 dips, and then that kind of gets my reps that I need, and then off of that, just eating right, and I'll gain the weight that I need to place on efficiently. But just doing it to where I'm doing body rep stuff to where my body isn't. I'm not getting muscle mass. I'm getting strength that is applicable for fighting.
Which obviously makes sense. That's a science that I definitely don't do, clearly. But I got, obviously got to address it. The mustache. What's the inspiration behind the mustache, and how do you keep that thing looking so fresh?
So, mustache is literally a marketing tool. Whether you love me or hate me, you never forget me. In this world isn't what you know, it's who you know and who can put you in a position to be found. So I got sick and tired of being overlooked like 3.5 years ago. I just started saying, screw everybody, I'm going to break some world records that most humans can't perceive to be possible. I broke the world record for the fastest mile, ran a mile backwards in 5:53, did the most chin-ups in 24 hours, did 5,555 in just 20 hours, and I actually quit because I had a fight 3 weeks after. And then now I'm working my way up in the boxing realm and stuff. So just constantly trying to push myself to be the best I can and see how far I can take it.
Incredible, man. And to wrap things up here, why Rough and Rowdy? Why should people be here? Why should people buy at buyrnr.com?
Oh, Rough and Rowdy, I mean, it's the entertainment of boxing. So most people don't, like, boxing is a chess match. This is, hey, I'm going to out-athlete you. All right, there's better boxers that lose in this because they can just get caught. You can be a better boxer, but if I can overpower you and out-athlete you, then I can win. It's most entertaining stuff you'll ever see. Nothing else like it, yeah.
All right, Mike D, back here, my man, make it happen all the way from West Virginia, a seasoned vet, Rough and Rowdy. This isn't your first time in the ring with Rough and Rowdy. How many fights have you had?
I've had eight. I have 8 wins and 6 losses.
So you're a guy that's not afraid to take on any challenge, and we just spoke to your opponent, Ninja, who said he put on weight. You cut weight.
Yes, correct.
Is that correct? So what's the difference now? We heard kind of what he does to put on weight and his different training regimen. What's it like for you now having to cut the weight and getting in the ring and doing things differently?
I had to change my whole workout regimen. I had to speed up my water intake. I had to watch what I've ate. Really, I've been training like 3 or 4 times harder than I usually do. I run about 5 miles a day. I do 10 sprints, 10 1-minute sprints with a 30-second break in between. Just going above and beyond to better myself. Lost approximately 15 pounds in the past 2 months. Really, this is the best shape I've been in probably my entire life. The last time I weighed this small at 165 was December of 2016. Really, I've never been able to feel this good. I'm sparring guys that are, professionals on a daily basis, and then, I'm cutting down. And I'm still an amateur, and I'm cutting down to a smaller weight. So when I do go pro, I'll have a better opportunity, in front of me instead of fighting bigger, stronger guys. And I think that's also going to help me with this match in general, is because I'm already bigger, I'm already stronger, and now that I'm smaller, I'm also faster.
So you're kind of covering all the bases.
Yes.
Which is incredible. And, obviously, Rough and Rowdy is such a spectacle. It's an entertaining night. It's just insane. But there's also incredible athletes who take this very serious, like yourself. So for people that maybe don't understand Rough and Rowdy or what it is, kind of define it in a couple sentences here.
All right, I'll try to make it quick. So it's a great opportunity for people to come in here and show, just because you've had a rough past or, you might not be an all-in USA boxing kind of guy, you still have an opportunity to show people that you work hard. Like for me, I'm a recovering addict. I got 53 months clean off drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do anything bad. Thank you. All glory to God. Today, though, I'm able to come back and do the things I enjoy. When I got on drugs, I couldn't do these things. I started boxing when I was 12 years old. I lost interest, couldn't afford it. Started back when I was 18, boxed till I was 23. Got on drugs and lost the insight of my goals. Got clean, decided to come back, and here I am today. I'm allowed to do the things I enjoy. And, now that I'm clean and sober, I have a clean mindset. Come in here and put a show on for people, show people I work hard, And that's the things that happens when you turn your life around.
Make it happen. I mean, that alone is something to root for you, watching you fight. And, you obviously put the work in. Your opponent has the mustache. What's your claim to fame? What is it that you want to put on and make people remember you by?
Get ready to separate these guys.
So the main reason, the only thing you remember me by is actually, I don't want you to remember me. I want you to remember who brought me here, who brought me out where I came from, and that's God, man. I hope that my message and people can see the things that happened in my past. If they look me up, they can see I'm wearing this shirt, man. I'm like famous on all platforms. I got over 150,000 followers on Facebook. Yeah, my Facebook's huge. Michael Jeffrey Brown on all platforms. My TikTok's huge, and all my reels, all my information is inspiration for people. You know what I mean? So don't remember me, remember God, man. He saved my life, and He can save yours too.
And Mike D back here in Providence at the Amp tomorrow night. That ring behind me, it's going to be some warriors in there, including, well, actually, let me correct that. Some savages in there. Savage Sadie, right, going down tomorrow night. First of all, how do you feel? You're a West Coast, you're an Arizona person. You're here in Little Rowdy. How does it feel?
Feels good. I'm excited. Yeah.
What have you been doing to prepare yourself for this fight? Because is this your first fight, or have you been in the ring before?
This is my first fight. I've been training for almost a month now. I've been beating big up my whole life, so this is gonna be fun.
So this is your first fight in the ring, but it's not your first time scrapping.
First fight? No, I've been fighting my whole life. Lots of all the time.
So give me a little insight on that. Like, how does that go down? Is this kind of like you're out at the bar, people are giving you the wrong look? Like, what sets you off? I mean, I don't want to look you the wrong way. Don't come at me. I'm just asking the questions.
Looking at my man.
Okay.
Or pissing me off.
I mean, those are two reasons that I get pissed off too. So she's got a short temper. I like that. So where does the nickname Savage Sadie come from?
Being up.
Plain and simple. Tell me a little bit about your team here. You got a whole squad.
Yes, Tiny Texie made this happen.
Let's go.
That's
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. We need. You said you. I was told that you made it happen. So you got to tell us, how'd you make this happen?
Well, baby, you know, I saw a bad and I had to get her on my team because that's all it is on my team is bad.
That's
so,
right.
Savage Sadie, you want to know where you can find her and where you can see her fight? Big right there, baby.
Right
Feature
there.
fans.
Feature fans. Bang. So is this your manager right here? There it is right there. I like that. Tiny Texas? Tiny Texie. I like that. I like it. Tiny Texie. She incredible spokesperson for Savage Sadie. No, are you kidding me? Listen, you're going to speak tomorrow in that ring. You've said enough. You told me you beat up. That's enough for me. That's it. All right, so to wrap things up right here, your opponent tomorrow, tell us why you're going to win.
I'm gonna win because
We know you beat up. We know you beat up, but tell us why. Tell us about your opponent. Tell us what you're going to do to her in the ring.
taking her spot.
Savage Sadie, all the way from AZ right here. This is my team. This is my team right here. All the way from AZ. Tiny Texie in the building. I'm going to be in your corner tomorrow. You're going to hear me. I'm going to be loud. I'm going to be loud tomorrow, all right?
We got a big surprise tomorrow, guys, so just keep a lookout because we're going to be brighter than up.
All right, Hot 106 in Providence. Mike D here with one of the main eventers going down tomorrow night, Grace O'Malley. First and foremost, is this your first fight?
First, real fight. I've been jumped a few times.
Been jumped? Okay, so this is better because it'd be one-on-one, so it's a little bit more fair fight.
Yeah.
So we just watched the weigh-in go down. Things got a little intense. Your opponent from Louisiana, the taunting was incredible. Because I was behind her, I couldn't see the fear in her eyes, but could you?
Oh, yeah. She kept trying to crack a smile with me, and I was like, I'm just not giving it to you until the end. I'm sorry.
So, because you're all business right now. Because at the end of the day, you're here to win. You're not here to just put on a show. What have you been doing to kind of prepare yourself? You mentioned earlier you haven't drank in how long you haven't drank?
5 weeks.
Is that a record?
That's huge for an Irish alcoholic. I mean,
nicknamed the Mick.
Yeah. Only I can say that, though, right?
No, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a fact. That's a fact. I do have 5% though.
Sure. And the rest Italian?
Portuguese.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go Italian. G word.
Yeah. It's close. It's close enough. But so we do know. So outside of not drinking for 5 weeks, how have else you been preparing for this fight?
I've had a phenomenal trainer, Leo from Victory Boxing Club. He's the only reason I feel good right now. He got me going.
But do you feel confident? It's a whole different ball game. Obviously, just being in the ring, being the content world is a whole different beast in itself. But being in the ring in itself, having so many people watching you, is that kind of weighing on you a little bit?
I eat up the people being here. The more people, the better. It's just the crazy part to me is it was a bit, and now it's not a bit. It's real life. It's real. It's happening. I gotta do it. So.
Has it hit you that though?
Oh, it hit me on the train like a ton of bricks. Yeah. Everyone on the train was very scared.
So now let's think ahead. What I'm predicting is you're most likely going to be victorious tomorrow. What's the celebration look like? Because 5 weeks no drinking, the celebration's got to be insane.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing a party with Vinny Vibe, so it's going to be fantastic. Vinny
Vibe is our guy. He's a big fan of his over at Hot 106 as well. Where's that going down?
We had to change the venue, so to be continued.
TBD.
Too big of a deal.
TBD. I like that. And what is the drink of choice after the celebration starts?
Mamitas. Absolute.
Oof, I like that. All right, Grace O'Malley, first and foremost, or I should say, to wrap things up, why should people buy Rough and Rowdy? Why should they be here tomorrow night at the Amp?
Because it's going to be a show. You're going to want to see this. You're going to want to witness this. This is history, man.
I like that. Grace O'Malley, one of the main eventers going down tomorrow night. We're fired up. Let's go. We'll see you guys here tomorrow night.
Listen, I got to grab the mic on this one. We just did the Whistle Pig weigh-in. We had two big boys, 275-pounders, 275-pounders, started to go after each other. Frank gets in the middle of the melee. Frank the Tank, how you feeling, buddy?
Tired. I mean, I couldn't stop him. I mean, he's just pulling and pulling and pulling, and it's like I go, help, 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 and all the next thing I know, I'm on the ground.
I told you guys you're my favorite radio station in Providence. I'm telling you, this is my favorite location for Rough and Rowdy. If you don't turn in, then you hate America. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say, yes.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you heard it from the man himself, Large. I mean, how are you doing, buddy? First of all, while we have you here, how are you doing after that whole shenanigans?
I'm doing fine because what I tend to do is run away. But Frank goes
Smart.
to the fire, you know what I mean? So that's the difference between coward and hero. And I don't like to throw that word around.
Well, he's got the USA on today. And Frank, at what point during that whole scuffle did you realize you were in too deep?
When I started yelling help for the cops to come and put their weight in between.
Wrong event, and you went right down to the end, literally right down to the end. But, you know, we're very excited, Rough and Rowdy here in Providence. Why should the people either be here at the AMP tomorrow night or buy it at buyrnr.com?
Well, you're going to watch 20 fights, no headgear. You're going to watch a couple of championship belts put online. You're going to watch Grace O'Malley kill somebody in the South. You're going to watch PacMan Jones and Lights Out. PacMan Jones going for redemption. You know, some say PacMan Jones won in West Virginia. Now he's up in Lights Out country, and who knows? Could we be looking at the great trilogy, the ninja, everything? Buy R&R, and don't forget about the Ring Girl contest.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good point that Bobby Laing, that this might be setting up for the trilogy. I like that. I was thinking ahead. That's why Frank's the best. But while I have you here, I'm not going to talk Mets baseball. All right? We're not going to do it. We're Red Sox country up here, all right? Red Sox Nation. How do you feel about the Red Sox letting Xander Bogaerts go to the San Diego Padres?
Mega market, the largest market in the history of baseball, the gigantic, ginormous Padres. You know, I remember 30 years ago, the Padres were crying poverty, and they were one of the reasons that we had a strike in 1994. But now they keep signing everybody.
All right, this is the ring where it's all going to go down tomorrow night. Barstool Sports, Rough and Rowdy 19. And here's a glimpse of what you're going to see tomorrow night.